the grind. Yeah, the bubble grind.
Now we have a guy that could probably get in there if you...
It's game day. The Edmonton Oilers hit the road once again. What's up, nasties? How you doing? Oh boy, these headphones are awful. I might have to take them out. Welcome to EST Afternoons here on Edmonton Sports Talk, coming to you live from the William Huff Studios. Joaquin, Gage, Zach Kubish makes his triumphant return to the program, and of course, I'm Hernan, Salas. Thank you for joining us today. Got a fun-filled show coming up here. Lots to get to. The Oilers drop a 4-2 game to the Kraken last night. I watched 2 periods, Gager.
You did.
And that was probably more than I should have. Man,
By the way, you don't feel well today.
Preseason hockey is no bueno. No bueno. Hey, triple header, 3-game threes. Let's go.
All right.
Who's going to move on to play the excellent Toronto Blue Jays? That's going to be fun. Can't wait. Of course, Thursday night football. My, what can we call them? Injured 49ers taking on the Rams.
Oh, that's an interesting game. Can they keep this rolling?
No, buddy. Pearsall's out. Jennings is out. Purdy is out.
I asked if they could keep it going.
No.
Who's out?
No, well, they lost last week, too.
Oh, did they lose last? Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
but they're 3-1.
if you're talking about losing, yes, they can keep it going.
Okay.
Yeah.
They're 3-1 now.
Yes.
Okay. Sorry.
This is a big division game.
Yeah, it's huge.
A big divisional game, so it's going to be fun. Hey, on the show today, we're going to talk a lot of Oilers, of course, some news coming down around the NHL. We'll tee up the NFL, the MLB playoffs. Red Light District with this guy right here, 140. 205, Connor Hrabchak from Winnipeg Sports Talk will join us to talk Jets. They're dealing with some injuries as well. We'll get a good idea of what's going on down there in the peg. And at 220, Brenden Deeg from The Score. He was excellent last time. He's going to come join us to tee up the Thursday night game and look ahead to the Week 5 Sunday games in the NFL. Of course, we want to hear from you. River Korean Box, 780-218-9999. Hit us up on the Nasty Chat. Slam that thumbs up. We did not get to 100 yesterday, Gage, but we got close.
What did we get to?
The last time I checked was 79.
Well, go back and give us thumbs up. And give us one today.
Yeah. So your homework is go back to yesterday's show, give us a thumbs up so we can get to 100,
let's live in the present. Let's live in the present, okay? It's Thursday. Lots of baseball. One more preseason game. You should be pumped about that. Final decisions for the Oilers roster on the verge, right?
It's gonna be very interesting, Joaquin.
See which way we just talked about it on 2 guys. Which way do they go? Do they have a few extra forwards around, or do they keep a D? They have to worry about waivers in certain situations. This is where I think you have to have a look around the league too.
Yeah,
there are some injuries, right? Oh, this guy's out. How long can if this guy goes through waivers? Would this be a good pickup fit right now?
Yeah. And more injuries. This is not from yesterday, but Niels Hoglander out in Vancouver. Huberto got hurt last night. They got blown out by the Canucks. So we'll keep that. The Edmonton Oilers have placed Cam Dineen and Riley Stillman. I didn't even remember Riley Stillman signed with the Oilers, Joaquin.
Who?
They're on waivers for purpose of assignment to Bakersfield, and also on waivers, Danton Heinen from the Penguins. This guy, last year we were talking about how this guy might be an excellent player for the Canucks. He hasn't been able to find a steady home. Now he hits the waiver wire. In Kravtsov, Canucks brought him back in the offseason. He lands on the waiver wire as well. So lots of news to get to. Nico Mikkola has extended with the Panthers 8 years, Joaquin, at $5 million per.
Oh, imagine that.
He's a good defenseman. Excellent defenseman.
He's
got some jam.
Yeah.
He was really good against the Oilers last year.
He was really good.
And just breaking before we jumped on, well, probably half an hour before, Jackson Lacombe, Joaquin. Jackson Lacombe also signs an 8-year deal with the Anaheim Ducks. You know how much for?
No.
Take a wild guess.
$9 million.
Yes.
Is it?
Jackson Lacombe entering his, I'm going to call it, his first year he played 2 games, so we'll throw that out. His 3rd full season. Career high in points, 43 last year. He's a minus 25 career-wise. He plays on a bad Ducks team. He was really good last year when I saw him play against the Oilers, but the trend is now all these young guys are going to make $9 million, Joaquin. And
oh, God, why can't I go back in time?
Like, it's crazy. This is the market, though, right? For young defensemen. No, I guarantee you there's going to be 2 more just like this following suit. Maybe 8.5, but it's going to be around that 9.
Does this satisfy everybody with Darnell Nurse's contract right now?
Or Evan Bouchard's?
Or Evan Bouchard? Yeah. Like, Bouchard's probably kicking himself right now.
Yeah. He's like, what did I do?
What did I do?
Well, he only did 4 years, so he still has time.
Oh,
right?
I guess. Yeah.
He can still cash in 4 years' time, but the young guys are getting paid. Luke Hughes yesterday, it was a 7-year deal, $9 million. Jackson Lacombe goes for the max in terms of term. 8 years, $9 million. Again, they're hoping this is the return on the investment is going to be spectacular. That's what they're hoping for. It's just crazy to me that guys entering their 3rd year of NHL hockey, and they're good defensemen. There's a lot of potential in both these guys, but they're making $9 million, Joaquin. 9.
It's
like, what's McCarr and Quinn Hughes going to get, man? Triple that? No, not triple. Sorry, double that?
well, if really McCarr and Hughes you're looking at $17 million for those guys.
It's crazy.
Easily.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And they deserve it.
Yeah. I mean, if Kaprizov gets that, I look at both those guys as more important pieces to their team.
Unreal, man.
This is nuts.
It's
funny because now there's going to be a correction by the owners going, what?
What are we doing?
What are we doing here? Just because the cap goes up doesn't mean you have to pay them more, right? It just gives you more. It's supposed to give you more wiggle room to do things, not just give it all away.
But that's the thing. Like, they can't help themselves.
I know.
Because I understand the cap's going up. Doesn't mean you have to spend to the cap.
Yeah.
Good thing the Oilers have no young defenseman coming up. Well, I mean, Ty Emberson, but he signed an extension at but what I'm saying is the core of their defense is older guys.
So are you telling me that Bo Akey is just going, oh boy? Wow. Like, if he plays and has the same stats as these guys, is he a $9 million defenseman?
I mean, it's bizarre.
I mean, good for them, I guess.
Good for them, but $9 million for guys entering their 3rd year. It's just, Clefbaum's probably sitting at home saying, man, I signed for 4 years. I mean, for $4 million, people were losing their minds.
He might come back and play.
God, he was a beauty. Tango says, late lunch so I can listen to these beauties. Thank you, Tango. Thank you. It was funny because you didn't have your computer, though, for 2 guys, but Todd Gack was in the chat.
Oh, was he?
Yeah, I wanted you to chirp him.
Oh, shoot.
It's all good. He's not listening anyway. So.
No, he's gone now.
We got 49ers at Rams. Stay tuned for Jay's play of the day. Obviously coming on the Reed Wilkins show. It's going to be a good one. I don't have a lot of faith in them. There's way too many injuries. In the baseball, you got Tigers, Cleveland on right now. Winner moves on. Later today, of course, it'll be Cubs, Padres, and then Red Sox. Do you have a preference for the Blue Jays, Yankees, or Red Sox?
I don't. Well, part of me, like deep down in my soul, I want to see Matthew Iwanek just suffer the consequences of cheering for the Yankees.
And then they lose to the Jays?
Yeah, the Jays just mop the floor with them. So I think I'd appreciate that more. Because, look, it's so weird that he cheers for the Yankees. Even if you are a Yankees fan and the Jays are doing well, you don't cheer for it's weird. I know I shouldn't say that, but
I almost want the Yankees more just because if you beat him, it would feel that much more satisfying, Joaquin.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Like the Red Sox, sure, whatever, but.
Well, they're a big, but the Yankees are they're the evil empire, the Darth Vaders of Major League Baseball.
Yeah. I just want the Blue Jays to win a playoff game.
Yeah, it would be unfortunate if they go in and just stink it and it's done quick.
Stink it up, yeah.
You don't want that.
Big U, because as Vladdy's really good in Yankee Stadium. Good point, yeah. No Bo, but we knew that. But Gosman's getting game 1. Man, I can't wait. when the Blue Jays are in the playoffs, it just smacks different, man. It hits differently. You know, Joaquin, it's great. And
Especially in those games in Toronto. Like, it's...
Great fans, buddy.
Yeah.
I love the fans. You been to a Blue Jays game?
Never.
No, I've been to one. It was great.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, hot dog was fantastic. The beer was crisp.
Was it?
I saw Bryce Harper hit a home run.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, they lost the game. I think they lost 5-3 or something. It's my second year with the Elks. We went to a game one. We were in the good old T-Dot. Of course, the Oilers lost 4-2 last night to the Kraken. I mentioned I did watch the first two periods. Lots of penalties. Joaquin Pickard with a Mike Smith-esque giveaway at the back of the net. That
Get him out early.
Led directly to a goal, but outside of that, he settled down. He was pretty good. Adam Henrique looked good for a vet. He set up Savoie's goal. It was a really nice play. Howard to Henrique. Henrique found him backdoor for a nice little, like a chip. He chipped it past Joey Decord. So the young guy, listen, I don't think any of the young guys have played themselves off this team. And when I say the realistic young guys, that's Savoie, Howard, not a young guy, but a new guy, and Tomasek, who's feeling a little, Philp, who also was ill. I think they've deserved to be here to start. Whether they're in the starting lineup come next Wednesday, Joaquin, I don't know. We're going to talk about a defenseman, but we'll save that for the second segment. But right now, I heard you guys on two guys, and I think I agree with Reed where Curtis Lazar might be the one heading down. For now.
Yeah, he might. Again, you want to probably keep who are you willing to, if it does happen, let go, right? But do you think someone, if Stetcher gets sent down, do you think anyone picks him up?
Maybe a team that's maybe dealing with a lot of injuries on the back end.
That's what I mean. From what I can see in transactions and things like that, it does seem to be a lot more forwards than defensemen that are banged up through this gauntlet of exhibition games that they choose to go through.
It's ridiculous.
It's so dumb.
This is my point though. I always said, and I think Gager, I think you agree with this. I want guys that are new to come earn their spot. I didn't want them to hand one to Savoie, hand one to Howard. I think they've done enough. I don't think they've been spectacular. I think
Savoie's been good.
He's been really good for me. I think Tomasek has been good. I think Ike Howard has been okay, but he's going to start here because they want to see what he can do with the big boys, okay?
Out of everyone, who do you think's been the best at camp for the Oilers?
Probably Savoie.
Yeah.
Because he does it all. He kills penalties. He's good defensively. He's getting a lot of looks. Overall, seems like he's a great guy in his interviews. But yeah, I think Savoie's been the best. But again, Joaquin, I don't think of the three guys I mentioned, and throw Noah Philp in there, I don't think either of them have been bad. We're like, there's no way they're going to make the team. This might come down to a numbers game and what's best for the young guys. That's what it might come down to.
Yeah.
So I think Savoie's a lock. I think Ike Howard and Tomasek will start the year here. I don't know where you put them, slot them in. Are they going to be the odd man out come game one? Because that's a real possibility. I think Noah Phillips outplayed Curtis Lazar. I think Noah Phillips been much better. Curtis Lazar, in fairness, we all love him because he's an Edmonton Oil King and the smile, and he's always in a good mood, and he seems like he's a really good guy, Joaquin. But when you watch him play, if you tell me, hey, what is he like? What will he bring to this team? I still don't know. I know he's an NHLer, and he's a guy that can sit out and come in and play and be good defensively, play on the PK. He'll chip in once in a while with the offense. But realistically, when I look at it, I think Noah Phillips outplayed him. It's not even close.
And maybe it's funny how when the regular season rolls around, though, and guys tend to play better. Lazar's he's been in the league for a long time, right?
That's a great point, yeah.
And
he's one of those guys that it's preseason.
Why am I wasting? I know what I can do. The team knows what he's not coming into camp thinking, I got to score a bunch of goals. So, they know what they have with me. I'm confident in what I can bring to a team. Get me in the regular season, and I'll show you. You'll see what I can do. Right?
I'll show my worth.
Yeah. So I think there's a little bit to that. There's guys, a lot of vets, from what I remember, they hold back a lot, right? Because why?
And that's fair. And C-Run says Lazar is the best face-off man on the team. Okay, but C-Run, if that's all you're bringing, you're not going to be a regular in this lineup. You're not. Drysaitl's good.
Did you look at the stats on faceoffs last year? They might just have him to take draws. The only one over 50% was Henrique.
Let's see what he was. Let's see how many. He was 36.4% yesterday. Henrique was 70.
Yeah, Henrique's just. Why don't they just go out with Henrique and practice with him the whole time? That's got to bump you up a few percent.
Now, it's one game, it's preseason. Lazard could have just had an off night. But again, nothing personal. We love the player. I think everybody in here in Edmonton has a soft spot for Curtis Lazard, but he might be the odd man out. He might. And it all depends if they're going to stick with 8 defensemen, right? Or 14 forwards. And I don't know which way they're going to go. I truly don't. But I think Savoie's earned his spot on the team. I think Ike Howard and Tomaszek have done enough to earn that look. And then we'll go from there. Like another guy that might be looking in from the outside is Matthias Janmark.
I know.
But the thing that Matthias Janmark has going for him, Knobloch absolutely loves this guy.
I think he's formally adopted him, hasn't he?
He loves the guy. This guy got looks on the top line last year when they were dealing with some injuries. Like, they love him. And I know the fans are not high on him because he doesn't produce a lot, Joaquin. But
he's good for a few empty net goals a year, right?
Or off his body or something. I don't think he shot a puck into the net last year. His 2 goals came off just hitting him in front.
But he was good. He was good again in the playoffs.
Excellent in the playoffs. So it's going to be interesting to see. I know some fans want all these young guys in. I just think from what I've seen for Knobloch for 2 seasons, Joaquin, he's a guy that likes his vets.
You think so?
He's
only had vets though.
Yeah, but he's going to sprinkle in his young guys, sure. But like what I'm saying is Matthias Janmark, I think he might be at times sitting out, but I can't see him starting without Matthias Janmark in the lineup on Wednesday.
I think something drastic has to happen for Matthias Janmark not to be a regular.
Me too, because
it has to be like Philp or Howard and like the young guys have to really supplant him and be contributing, doing something that he's not capable of doing anymore, right? And that's a tall task for young guys to step in and do. Whatever you think of Matthias Janmark, he doesn't do this. There's a lot of things that he does right out there.
The details.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so maybe Kapanen's more realistic. He's a guy that's going to be in and out of the lineup.
Yeah, I would say he would be the one.
Over Matthias Janmark?
I think so.
Because Henrique's not coming out. And then I know people want him out for the younger guys. I know some analytics guys want him out.
You need him for draws, man. The like we said, what did he finish at last year? It was like 56%. Closest one was Leon at 49, I think, right?
Yeah.
And Leon gets kicked out of most of them.
And I think when you look at Adam Henrique, we got to kind of put the player he was in the past because he's not an offensive guy anymore. He's not, Joaquin. If he chips in this year a lot more than he did last year, I think they'll be happy. But I think Henrique also knows his role is different now than it was in Anaheim and New Jersey with the Oilers.
Do you think he can have a season like Perry, though?
No.
Okay.
You know why? I just think what made Perry so special is the hands.
Henrique's scored before, not like Perry. Perry's a different beast altogether, but you don't think he can?
No, I don't think to that level. I think he can come close because what Perry had was he's so good. Like the skill is so good in tight spaces.
Yeah, and he's a bigger body. It's funny because Henrique scores the goals that Adam Henrique scores are nice.
Yes.
Like he'll come in on a backhand and roof it like from a weird angle and stuff. You're like, oh my gosh, why can't he do that all like
on the regular? Yeah.
But he doesn't score like Perry. He scores a lot of trash goals.
He does.
Like just bang wang batting at a guy's glove and it goes in, right? Like there's a lot of trash. And where are they going to get those trash goals from?
Fredericks one.
Okay.
Podkolzin.
But yeah.
Mangiapane.
Yeah, I want to see how he scores, if he scores.
Yeah. I think those are your muckers, man. They just got to get in there and create a ruckus, you know?
Perry replacements?
Yeah. And then once you get Hyman back.
Oh, yeah, he's good for
I mean,
a few disallowed ones.
Hey, join us, why don't you? If you're listening, we appreciate it. Of course, if you're on iHeart, TuneIn, or EdmontonSportsTalk.com, thank you for listening. You can come on over and just slam that thumbs up for us. That would be great. If you're watching us, keep sending messages to the Nasty Chats. Slam that thumbs up. For everybody, text us, River Korean Box 780-218-9999. We're going to continue the Oilers conversation for Inside the Numbers. A very interesting defenseman on the Oilers, really turning heads. And it's going to be interesting to see the decisions they make following tomorrow's game. And the final one.
Doug Waite, thumbs up right now.
Oh, nice. That's a good start. I thought you had Doug Waite and he was like he was coming on the show or something.
I'm trying, but I texted one Bulgarian yesterday.
Yeah.
And just to congratulate him on the signing, he said thanks.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Nice. Good stuff. That's your old pal, Billy Garrett.
My old pal.
Hey, the Afternoon Inbox is presented by the River Cree Resort and Casino. October is River Cree's birthday month, Joaquin. Sunday, October 26th. They're doing cash, prize giveaways, fireworks show, and so much more. Schedule of events at 3 o'clock. You get cake and champagne. Of course, this is all over 18, served until 6 p.m. on the casino floor. From 6 to 8, it's a birthday blowout bonus cash draw. One winner each time. And then at 9 p.m., the fireworks spectacular to celebrate the River Cree's birthday on October 26th. Of course, we're coming to you live from the William Huff Studios. This is EST Afternoons on Edmonton Sports Talk, which is presented by Play Alberta. New promo codes for the month of October. All you got to do is deposit $50 to get a $50 free bet or casino bonus. Here are your promo code: EST50, EST Casino, or EST Sports. On the other side of the break, we're going to talk the Oilers D and continue to break down what we saw last night from the Kraken and Oilers as the Oilers lost 4-2. Still to come inside the numbers. We're going to have some NFL talk. We're going to head to Winnipeg to talk some Jets as well. Slam that thumbs up. We're heading to a break. But first up, our guy, Coop, who returns from vacation to give you your update.
The Oilers have placed Cam Dineen and Riley Stillman on waivers for the purpose of reassignment to the AHL. The Oilers and Canucks meet tomorrow. Another NHL news: Jackson Lacombe has inked an 8-year extension with the Ducks worth $9 million per season. The deal kicks in next year, with the 24-year-old potting 14 goals, 29 assists in 75 games for Anaheim last season. From Calgary, Jonathan Huberdeau was absent from practice. He's being evaluated for an injury suffered yesterday against the Canucks. In the NFL, the Rams and 49ers clash for an NFC West matchup. Both teams 3-1 on this season. Enjoy the action alongside Lieutenant Eric down at Sally's Sports Barn Lounge at Century Casino on Fort Road. Kickoff goes at 6:15. And MLB playoffs continue midway through the first. Tigers and Guardians runless. There's one out for Detroit. The winner of that game moves on to play the Mariners in the ALDS. And the Jays' next opponent will be determined tonight. Yankees-Red Sox battle for Game 3 just after 6. We also see the Padres and Cubs go head-to-head, with the winner taking on the Brewers in the NLDS. This sports update is brought to you by Windsor Plywood Leduc, locally owned and operated since 1993. They're more than just plywood. They offer everything from doors and flooring to decking, fencing, and custom millwork. Windsor Plywood Leduc. They're the experts you need to know. More with Hernan and Joaquin following the break. I'm Zachary Kubish, and you're up to date.
The Nielsen Show with Lieutenant Eric.
Jamie McClellan.
Listen, until he signs, people won't relax. The Oilers will lose 2 in a row. There'll be a look on the bench. The media grabs and goes, oh, he's out of here, or, something happens. I still do believe that he is going to sign probably a short-term extension, but I also think he's going to make it extremely interesting, we'll call it, because I don't think he's going to sign anytime soon.
The Nielsen Show with Lieutenant Eric. Weekday mornings 6 to 9, only on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Since 1952, William Huff has been the heartbeat of Edmonton's advertising world. From humble beginnings to a citywide powerhouse, we've been the go-to for signage from print to design and installation. Partnering with Edmonton's top sports franchises and major events, we've helped shape the city's global reputation. Our secret? Unmatched customer service, decades of experience, and a passion for excellence we call the William Huff Advantage. Visit us online at williamhuff.com.
Fall football and your living room just became the fan zone. Before you move in the giant screen, make space to cheer on your favorite team with Sentinel Storage. Try 4 weeks free at sentinelstorage.ca.
The Alberta Snowmobile and Power Sports Show is back October 17th and 18th at the Edmonton Expo Center. See the 2026 lineup of sleds, ATVs, decks, GMC trucks, gear, and accessories. Meet 13-time X Games pro athlete Levi Lavallee. Presented by GMC. AlbertaSnowmobileShow.com.
Lobsterfest is back at the Canadian Brewhouse, Saturday, October 4th at 6 p.m. A pound and a half of fresh Atlantic lobster with all the fixins for just $49.99. Pair it with a stein of Alexander Keith. Details at thecanadianbrewhouse.com.
The leaves are turning, and just like golf season, time is running out to get in on Play Alberta's biggest offer ever. For a limited time only, new players can get up to a $1,000 casino bonus when they sign up. There's never been a better time to join the fun. Visit playalberta.ca today to get started with casino, sports, and lottery all in one app. Must be 18 plus to play. Remember, if you gamble, please use your game sense.
Hey, we're back here on EST Afternoons. Joaquin, Gage, Zach Kubish, Hernan, Salas here with you as we're talking lots of Oilers. We're under a week away from kicking off the season for real. Calgary Flames in town next Wednesday, 8 o'clock down at Rogers Place. Gager and I will be there hanging out like buddies. It's going to be a good time as the NHL is getting closer and closer to a start date. Of course, we got still a whack preseason games to go, and then roster decisions, Joaquin. Like always, hit us up, River Korean Box 780-218-9999. Nasty chance. Slam that thumbs up. Let's bump those numbers up. Let's go. Tell a buddy right now. If you're sitting with somebody, tell them, let's watch EST Afternoons. Joaquin, yesterday, interesting player for me, Alec Regula. He played 19-23, 2 shots, 2 blocks. He had 1 giveaway, but I'm really impressed with him. He's a bigger guy. He skates well for being 6'4", or whatever he is. Moves a puck well. Good instincts. He had a really good chance in the first period in it, kind of all alone, but it was a little bit too tight when he got the puck. So an interesting player. The Oilers, if they put him on waivers, they likely lose him. So that's why I think he's going to start the season here. And that's obviously going to mean, are they going to stick with him and Stetcher up here? Or does Stetcher get sent down? And because if everyone's healthy, and I'm a little concerned about Jake Wallman, he's been hurt. He's not playing tomorrow, according to the coach. Regula will obviously play. He's a right shot as well. But let's say Wallman's good to go. He's going to be probably your 7th. But a guy that's very, very interesting and who's shown well, Joaquin. And that's what we want. We want guys to be like, make these decisions hard for the coach. I know you haven't watched a lot of the preseason, but the little bit you have, what have you made of Alec Regula? Do you agree with me that you're kind of impressed with what we've seen so far?
Well, yeah, because I haven't seen anything. And you worry about the injury, right?
Yeah.
And how they look. Because when Klingberg came back, you were kind of like, okay, how is he going to look? And there was definite, compared to the Klingberg that we saw back in the day on Dallas operating that power play, there was a step behind from what he was. But and granted, I didn't watch Regula before. He looked good, like you said, big right-hand shot. There's a few boxes that he checks, right? Mm-hmm. And I mean, what you have with Stetcher. Like he's that nice. He's a nice pair of slippers. If you need,
that's a good way of putting it.
You throw those bad boys on, and they'll do the job, right?
Yeah.
But there might be something more with, and I think the question marks that you have as it sets up, and you mentioned the injuries to Wallman, maybe it lines up. Hey, it gives us an opportunity to kind of evaluate this guy in real time.
Yeah, Caster 1990 says, why wouldn't Emerson get sent down? He's not getting sent down. Sorry. Emberson's going to kill penalties for you.
Yeah.
Again, this guy was good last year. I know in the playoffs he started, but then was kind of the odd man out. But there's something there. He's young. They're not going to. It's going to be Stetcher over Emberson if it ever came down to it. Emberson just has a lot more upside. Where Stetcher, you know what you're going to get, and there's nothing like. There's no. I don't know how to say this without sounding like a complete
jabroni,
but. Like Stetcher is who he is right now. Emberson still has a room to grow. Yeah.
So his ceiling is higher, I think and I'll say it. I think Emberson becomes a regular NHLer this year. From what I saw last year, he's sneaky with his physicality too. Like he's the only guy I think aside on a. Doesn't happen much anymore. And the Oilers really don't have a big bruising guy that lines up people. Wallman actually had some good open ice hits, but Emberson has the ability to catch guys. And maybe that's a little bit of other teams not really having the book on him. He's not going to catch as many teams off guard, but you watch him when he hits a guy. It's he takes people off their feet.
Yeah, I think Regula is going to start here. I think they're going to, again, I think there's a good possibility if you put him on waivers, he's picked up. A big boy, 25 years old. I mean, he's played one NHL game. He's played, he's played a ton in the AHL, but I like what he brings. And now, again, we got to take it with a grain of salt. We got to look at the opposition. It is preseason. When he's playing against the big boys of other teams, how is he going to be able to handle it? And I think that's what we all want to see. But good on him. I mean, they brought him here last year. He was hurt the whole time. We get to see him this year. And I do want to see him against some good teams, Joaquin, and see what he can do. Again, I think if the Oilers are healthy on the back end, for me, it's very simple. It's Bouchard, Ekholm, Nurse, Wallman, Emberson, Kulak. And then the guy that's probably going to come out for one of these guys, Stetcher or Regula, it's going to be Emberson. The other five are locks. You're not sitting any of those. As much as people want Nurse to sit out, it ain't going to happen, people.
So maybe depending, like I think they keep the forwards around. Maybe they do send Emberson down. Or would they keep Emberson and send Stetcher?
I think Stetcher
would go down. Yeah, that's what I said before. What am I thinking? Stetcher would go down. And
Stetcher's the play.
Yeah.
Emberson's 25. He's at 1.3 for the next two seasons, which is a really good deal for a guy that has still some upside to give.
And you can bury that full amount in the minors too.
Yeah. And I think we all know maybe Emerson's, obviously he's not going to be an offensive guy, but he's out there to play on that third pair, give you some good penalty kill minutes because Bouchard's not a regular penalty killer. They don't, unless one of the guys is in the box, he'll kill penalties, but it's not ideal. So and Troy Stetcher makes $7,870K. So yeah. He's another guy that you can put in the minors. It's not going to hurt you too much. So it's going to be interesting. I mean, I know we always want to see the shiny new toys up here in Edmonton, but I think Alex Regula has put himself on the radar and because of his play. And I think he's a legit candidate to make this roster for opening tonight. Now, Wallman's obviously not ready for next Wednesday. He's going to play. But I'm intrigued to see when everybody's healthy how they use Regula. Because the Finnish defenseman, what's his name again? Arto Lepinen, he's going down to Bagel. Mm-hmm. There's no questions about that. And then Stetcher's your eighth right now. Regula's
when's the last time last year we weren't talking about who was going to be on the opening night roster as much as we are this year, were we? Last 2 years. It's kind of...
Because last year they had Travis Dermott, who came in on a PTO and they ended up signing, right? Was that the only thing we were discussing? Because he played in the first couple of games. Who was out for the Oilers?
Wasn't it Ekholm? Was Ekholm?
I think Ekholm was 2 years ago. Nurse was healthy. Yeah, who was out?
I don't know.
Hoob, do you know?
At which point?
To start the season. I'm going to go back to last year and see the opening day roster. Because it is interesting. It is interesting who their defense was last year. Let's see here. All right, so last year they started and they lost 6-0 to the Jets. Their defensemen were, let's see here. Bouchard, Ekholm, Dermott, Nurse, Kulak, Emberson. Because remember, Nurse had that revolving door. Sometimes a Thatcher came in, and they kept going like that. So that was the D. So, I mean, 5 guys that are going to start this year, and you throw Wallman in. The defense is better. I think another year of Emerson, there are going to be better.
Nabla will not go to 11-7. I don't think. Right?
He didn't.
Only if he had to.
He doesn't really use it, eh?
No.
I hate 11-7.
Yeah, most people do.
And I think the defensemen hate it too. Forwards love it because they get
I've never heard a defenseman says he likes it.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
because then the rotation's all screwed up, and then usually one guy's at like 6 minutes because he doesn't play a lot, right? They throw him in there once in a while, so it's going to be interesting. Of course, Connor McDavid watch. I still think he signs before Wednesday. Probably not this week because they're not going to do it towards the end of the week, early next week. I'm still a believer in that. I think it's going to happen. But what are your thoughts on Alex Regula? Do you think he should start here in Edmonton? Because if not, he's got to hit waivers, and there's probably a good chance he'll get picked up. But Regula, I think, is done enough, even to be the 7th, if Wallman is healthy. But really like what I'm seeing from him so far. Number 75. Obviously, he'll change that number because those high numbers drive me crazy in the preseason.
Do they?
Especially for defensemen. I don't know why.
Well, usually it's like there's a set number for goalies.
Yeah.
Back in the day, it was 1, 30, 29, 35. That was it, right? Those were the goalie numbers.
31?
31. Sorry, 31 was in there. And then D-men were typically low numbers. Like seeing a forward with 1 digit, it was always odd to me.
Yeah.
And then forwards were always like, I mean, the highest number you would see, well, obviously 99, but no one over... I don't think anyone over 40, really. You wouldn't see many.
Because Coffee with the Oilers was 7, then he went to 70.
But those were anomalies because someone on the team already had the number, so you just added another one. Yeah. All those guys did that.
Matt at Garrison says, if you don't think he'll clear waivers, then you have to trade him, don't you? Well, that's why I think they're going to keep him up. I don't think they want to do either. I don't think they want to put him on waivers. I don't think they want to trade him. He's been really impressive. Again... We'll wait and see when they play with the other teams with their big dogs. I have a good feeling Regula is going to play tomorrow, Joaquin.
Oh yeah,
100%, and we'll see what the lineup's like. But it's going to be interesting to see how they handle this situation. He's currently number 75. If he makes the team, I don't think that sticks. So Nicholson says LFG Szymanski. What Szymanski has done, he's put himself in the conversation for a top 3 call up. If the Oilers deal with injuries.
Yep.
I think the kid can play. I don't think he's hurt his chances at all. I just don't think they're going to start him here in Edmonton, and nor should he. I mean, you want these young guys playing probably good minutes, and Szymanski's not going to get that here at this time, just with all the veterans and the 3-4 young guys that are ahead of him in terms of just age and better right now at this level. But Szymanski's definitely put himself on the radar. I think he's been... he doesn't look out of place. And again, it's preseason, but I've been impressed with Szymanski. I think he's, like I said, he's put himself on the radar for a call-up at some point this season if the Oilers are dealing with injuries. We await news on McDavid. It is going to be interesting come Wednesday at 8 o'clock and he's not signed. Let's just say, Joaquin,
get ready for it.
I think every game, then the Oilers fans are going to get more and more and more worried. But I think it happens between Monday and Wednesday. I don't think it happens on the weekend. I think he gets it done. Kaprizov's done. I mean, there's speculation that maybe he was waiting on that. It's going to be interesting to see what happens here with the Oilers captain, best player in the world,
offensive player.
Stop it. He's the best player in the world. Katie says, I still think Monday is the day. A lot of people are going with October 6th, which is the Monday, Joaquin.
Okay.
And we're going to have a great show if that happens.
We'll have a great show.
There'll be a lot of dancing.
Sorry, man. I just...
Aiden O'Neill says Monday morning for sure.
Dusty...
Aiden doesn't mess around, man.
Reiterated it today. The words... Or was it Dusty? I think it was Dusty this morning. I've earned this opportunity. What could he be talking about? What is Connor McDavid earned? Answer me.
The opportunity to take his sweet time. That's what he's earned. He's the best player in the world.
Offensive.
Stop it. Yes.
What? I'm not lying.
C. Run says McCarr's better at D than McDavid. Bobrovsky better at goalie.
Yeah.
KD's right, though. 2 years would scare me. If it's a 2-year deal, I'll be like, yeah, this guy doesn't have a lot of faith in this organization.
He's already given this organization 10 years, man.
I know. And I understand that. And they flubbed it, sure. But they went to 2 finals, Joaquin. We can't forget that.
And I said it yesterday. If he has a Connor McDavid type game, he's got a ring already, right? He has one game.
You think if they win a cup in these last years, this deal's already done? He signs.
A lot of there's too many variables. I mean, if they pull off the Buffalo Bills and go 4 times here and don't win, I think he probably. It depends where the team is. If they're just dominant, he's probably not going anywhere still to that point, right? And sees where everyone else is, the contract situation with the other teams. Because when you look at the top teams in the league,
yeah,
they're all set.
Yeah,
like there's all their top players and their future looks good, right? And I think that's one of these things that McDavid's looking at. He looks down at teams like Florida, Tampa, even Dallas to an extent. You know, these guys, they've signed all their main pieces, like really important pieces. And I just, what's the holdup? Why does Monday all of a sudden? What's I know everyone says I'm going to start working out on Monday, but I don't get it. What's the Kaprizov signed a few days ago? If that was the holdup, then why isn't it done yet?
Caster 1990. He's earned the opportunity to mess with the fans and media. He sure has. And I'm still on that. I still think he's like, watch me make these guys sweat. Watch me make these guys
enjoy.
sweat.
Stay in the moment, everybody. Stay in the moment. Don't look to the future now. Stay in the moment. Watch Connor and Leon go absolutely nuts this year. And hopefully it ends up with for them with a championship at the end of it.
Hey, I'm with Aiden O'Neill. I think it's Monday. Be ready, everybody. Monday's the day.
If he signs Monday, will you stop smoking on Monday too?
Imagine the darts I'm going to have when he signs. Oh. I still think, I'll be honest, if it's 2 years, I still think that's a little concerning. I truly do.
Why?
Because then he's like...
You got 3 more years of Connor McDavid.
Excuse me. I know, but it's like, I'm going to give you 3 years, and if we can't win and you can't show me you're going to make this roster better, I'm out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, you just want Connor McDavid for the rest of your life?
Yes.
Selfish.
Just like Leon. Where do you want him to go?
I don't know.
Another Rick fan says he will not sign yet, but he will. That's pretty much what everybody's putting out there. He could sign with the Oilers. He could not sign with the Oilers. So I just wanted to end so a lot of these ridiculous takes can end too. There is some hot takes out there. Jasmine says if he signs Monday, I'll start smoking. There you have it.
She already smokes.
You already have it there. Aiden O'Neill says last minute booking in the Oilers Hall of Fame room for Monday morning. Just saying. Interesting. Could be anything. Right?
Might be putting my equipment in there beside Fierzy's.
Big Hugh says it's either McDavid signing or announcing a beer price increase. Oh boy. And you get higher than what they have already? It is absolutely insane. Hey, portions of this hour brought to you by the Canadian Brewhouse. Win big this football season at the CBH. Score your shot at a trip to the Super Bowl, weekly prizes and more, plus $1 off Budweiser and Bud Light tankards. Details at thecanadianbrewhouse.com. On the other side of the break, your favorite segment of the week, it's the Red Light District with Joaquin Gage. Hit us up on the River Korean Box, 780-218-9999. Let's get to 100 thumbs up, so slam that thumbs up for us and hit us up on the Nasty Chat. We're back with the Red Light District after a sports update and a break.
Both Riley Stillman and Cam Dineen have been placed on waivers by the Oilers for the purpose of reassignment to the AHL. In other waiver news, Phoenix Copley has been claimed by the Lightning, being waived by the Kings. Down in Anaheim, 24-year-old Jackson Lacombe has signed an 8-year, $72 million extension with the Ducks. He's in the final year of his current deal, recording 43 points in 75 games last season. For the Flames, Jonathan Huberdeau is still being evaluated for an injury that forced him to leave yesterday's contest against the Canucks. And on the field, the Rams 49ers, they kick off in LA. Mac Jones starts for San Francisco. Catch the action down at Sally Sports Bar and Lounge at Century Casino on Fort Road. Lieutenant Eric will be down there for that one. That one gets going at 6:15. 3 do-or-die games are on tap in the MLB playoffs. Entering the third inning, Detroit and Cleveland are runless. Javier Baez next up to bat for the Tigers. Later on, the Red Sox and Yankees matchup just after 6. Winner of that one moves on to play Toronto, and before that, Padres and Cubs meet at Wrigley Field. This sports update is brought to you by the Capital Care Foundation. Financial support deeply affects residents at Capital Care, whether it's a one-time donation or monthly contribution. Every penny counts. Find out how you can donate at Capital Care Foundation.net. It's Gager's Red Light District up next here on EST Afternoons. I'm Zachary Kubish, and you're up to date.
The EST Hangout.
It went the other way. Had he been south coming north, I would have lost my show. It would have cost me tens of thousands.
Yeah. Wow.
And it was just a random thing. Like, what's Marilyn Manson doing in the Denny's at 6 in the morning? I can't answer that. I have no idea.
Slam. We can try to guess.
No disrespect to Denny's, but like, what's Marilyn Manson doing?
Runes over Miami.
The EST Hangout, presented by Sentinel Storage. Weekday mornings 9 to 11, only on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
When gambling, set a budget before you play. Stay informed and visit GameSenseAB.ca to learn how. Remember, if you gamble, use your game sense.
Weiss Johnson, whoa.
Hi, Dennis from Weiss Johnson here, and we're excited to be partnering up with the Nielsen Show and have a special deal exclusive for Nielsen Show listeners. Get 10% off any new Trane furnace, air conditioner, or heat pump installation from now until the end of October. Bundle a furnace with an AC or heat pump and get 25% off the package price. Get your home comfort now for all seasons with Weiss Johnson and Trane. Trane, it's hard to stop a train. Visit WJSportsTalk.com today.
Your home for live music and great performances is the River Cree Resort and Casino.
Just wasting gas. Whoa, blurring them dotted lines, killing.
Don't miss 3-time CCMA Performer of the Year, Dallas Smith, Unplugged, November 1st at the River Cree Resort and Casino. Get your tickets at rivercreeresort.com. River Cree Resort and Casino. Excitement, bet on it.
Looking for quality building materials and friendly advice? Visit us at Windsor Plywood Leduc, family owned and locally run since 1993. From interior materials for doors, flooring, baseboards, and all the finishing touches to all you need for your outdoor projects like cedar lumber for decks and fences, plus all the plywood you'd need. Our full-time on-staff carpenter can help with anything odd-sized or custom, and from domestic hardwoods to exotic selections, we've got you covered. And if we don't have it, we'll track it down for you. Windsor Plywood Leduc. We're the experts you need to know.
Joaquin.
You don't have to put on the red light. Those days are over. You don't have to sell your body to the night.
Joaquin.
You don't have to wear that dress tonight. Walk the streets for money. You don't care if it's wrong or if it's right.
Joaquin.
You don't have to put on the red light.
Joaquin.
You don't have to put on the red light.
Joaquin. 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 We're back here on EST Afternoons on Edmonton Sports Talk. Fun show on tap, talking lots of Oilers. Second hour, Connor Hrabchak will join us from Winnipeg Sports Talk. Brenden Deeg from The Score to talk NFL. And, of course, we'll go around the world of sports on this day in sports history and all that fun stuff. Keep slamming that thumbs up for us. And if you have any questions for Joaquin, Coob, or I, let us know. River Korean Box or the nasty chat doc that says, don't care what the term is on McDavid. Sign Coob to an 8-year deal.
9 million pesos.
Coob, would you agree to an 8-year deal, or will you slow play it like a 4-year deal and then you'll renegotiate with Dusty and Maddie?
Oh, I'd probably do the Nurse bridge deal.
Oh, he bridge himself.
They're offering him 80. No, I'll take 2. Less money. I'm a team player. Yeah. And we'll go from there. All right, it's time to get to the red light district with our guy, Joaquin Gage. Take it away, my friend.
So, I don't know how many people were watching the game yesterday, baseball, but there was a point on the ESPN broadcast where they started promoting the NHL.
Yes.
And there was a unique response from the play-by-play guy. Coop, do you have that all set up? Let's just listen to this for a second.
Ben, I know you got an opinion on this. Panthers three-peat this year. What do you think?
If you say so. I mean, good luck to them. Are you asking me if I'm going to be watching?
No, I know you'll be watching, of course, because you work for ESPN. You'll be watching Friday night.
There is zero chance I'll be watching. I'm just going to be honest with you.
Where will you be?
I will be somewhere, but there's zero chance I'll be watching.
All right, thanks, Ben. We'll be watching. Thanks for the rating.
Are you kidding me? A guy that works for the network and he's slagging the NHL like it's some cultish following sport that no one pays attention to. Like it was disrespectful, first of all, to say that. I mean, sure, blow smoke. It was, oh yeah, the Panthers, 2-time cup, whatever.
Yeah.
Something. Rather than, I'm not basically going to watch that. Like that garbage. And it made me angry at first, and one of the reasons, and it's even more apparent because Hernan saying he's tired, and so, and now you have Gary Bettman just bending over backwards in these non-hockey markets that, realistically, when you look at the success of places where. And, of course, you do need to build a winner. And you look at Vegas and their whole model, there's been a success, right? Seattle, I look at it a little bit differently because there's a long hockey history with the Seattle Thunderbirds of the Western Hockey League in that city. But the fact that you're waiting till 8:49 at night on a Tuesday to watch a McDavid game, and the fact that they're not put prime time on American broadcasts, and they're punishing Canadians. Like, I think we realize that there's a level of growth within the American markets for hockey that you're just going to plateau at, and usually it just means when that team's competitive and good, people will go. Right? Yeah. They will go watch that. But if they're middle of the road, not making the playoffs, no one's going to do it. And so why are you catering to these teams? Like, put the onus on the teams to be better, and then you'll put them on there and let people like the good Canadians across our great country be able to watch great games at times when you're not having to put. And I know this is part of it, but growing the game is part of showing young kids. Like you hear Dusty talk about Marshall wanting to stay up and watch an extra period or things like that. And they can't because it's too late. I'm so fed up with catering to people that don't care about hockey to get the best times to watch and all the bending over backwards for non-hockey markets. And I realize there's a portion of that needs to grow the game, and you have to do that. But it just doesn't. It just shows you the obtuse thinking when you have broadcasters on a network that have just re-upped with your league and they're talking poorly about it. It was a very bad look by ESPN.
Well, I think the bosses there are probably like, buddy, next time just fake it, right? Like just fake it and just say, yeah, NHL. Like you said, but listen, I heard that yesterday too, and at first it kind of bothered me, but then I said, like, but this guy probably doesn't even know who Connor McDavid is. Doesn't know who Crosby is. Like, and I get him being honest and saying, yeah, I probably won't watch it. Like, but again, like you're part of a network, you're part of their broadcast team. Sell it a little bit. And yeah, his partner, was trying to help him.
He was
there.
He was complete damage control at that point, trying to get, hey, dude, like,
say yeah.
Just say yeah.
And in fairness, maybe the guy maybe he didn't know Florida won the Cup back to back. So maybe he was caught like, I have no idea.
I guarantee he didn't know Florida won the Cup.
Yeah. So he was probably like, if you say so, he goes, I guarantee you I won't be watching. So it's funny because I was watching the game yesterday. Thanks to Ian for the link to the game. He sent it during the show yesterday. That was awesome. But I was watching this is just an example of the Kraken game with the Kraken broadcast. All the Seattle Mariners were there. And it was the funniest thing because they showed him in the suite.
Yeah.
All of them were on their phone. They weren't even paying attention. Like they could care less. So, and I was like, guys, like, if you're going to show them, tell them. So the manager can be like, guys, just pretend you're enjoying this.
Yeah.
But none of them cared. And then one of the teammates tapped one of the guys and he just looked up kind of like, what? Like, what do you want? Like, he was like, we're on the big screen.
Yeah.
And like, it's just such a bad look. They were all on their phones, Joaquin.
Yeah. Yeah. And I know, like, Gary pushes into non-hockey markets because of the potential long-term growth of the NHL. And it does depend on US TV deals. So it's even a worse look when your TV partners are talking poorly. But there's the sponsorships, the buildings that are being, but even if it means that there's these short-term struggles for teams that go in, but I don't know. I hate the fact that it's a bad relationship where one side's treating you poorly and you're giving them everything and they're just not reciprocating enough.
Casino dealer Jay, maybe he hated the Panthers. Maybe he's an Oilers. But you're right, because when you look at TNT, Shaq and the boys, who are the best pre and post game shows in North America.
Yeah.
You have legends, Shaq, Charles Barkley, Kenny the Jet, and Ernie, who's a legend, broadcast. They always, and without them planning it, they'll drop by the NHL TNT just to shoot the breeze, right?
Yeah.
Like, that's great, man.
That's what you need.
Pedro Martinez for TNT for MLB went over to the hockey side. Yeah. Pedro Martinez. So, like, that to me is like, that's what you need. And this bozo on ESPN or whatever is like, oh, I'm not going to watch. Like,
well, even like a Pat McAfee, right? When he goes, hockey, man. It's time for hockey.
Yeah.
It's time for playoffs. These guys are the toughest people on the planet. Like, and he goes in, there's nothing. And you got Barkley saying the same things. Guys from other sports. I mean, look,
Shaq Hyman
coming in with a helmet and a stick, right?
And they sent him a jersey signed.
Yeah.
And they did it on air. Like, that's cool, man. And these guys, this is my point. This guy, I don't know who he is, okay? And someone can send me the name. He's a guy that we don't know up here. Well,
no.
You and I don't.
No.
Okay, I won't speak for everybody. But then you have guys that are, like I said, like they're known everywhere. Charles Barkley, Shaq, and they have the time to go and promote cross-promote with the other sports at TNT. Those guys don't have to do it. They're legends, man. Yeah. They're the best of the best.
Oh man, that made me mad yesterday. I was just.
I wonder what Reed and Jay think about that comment.
I don't know,
because it made its rounds. Because there's an awful announcing on Twitter, like they pick up on every, and that's the first time I saw it. They're like, and they even said it was like, oh, like you can't really be saying that. Like,
well, yeah, ESPN was like, whoa, dude, like here you are promoting something that's starting. You want eyeballs. You've sold the advertisement to certain companies, and you're saying, I'm not watching that.
It's Ben McDonald. That's the name.
Dad was Ronald, probably. This guy's a clown.
Yeah, it was a tough look. And kudos to his partner, man. He tried to save him. He tried to save some face for the company, but I don't think he was reading the room at the time. I think he was just caught up in just hating on the NHL, which is sad. That if you go down south, a lot of sports markets or a lot of people that work in sports don't know who Connor McDavid is. It's very sad.
Like when you would go down to the States, it was funny because, I mean, here during the hockey season, you throw on, Sportsnet, TSN, you're getting fourth line face-off draws and highlights, right?
Yeah.
You go down to the States, it's just box scores. They're not even showing anything.
Oh, buddy, they're not even if it just sound like a final.
Yeah,
like
you're
for real.
You might get a goal on one game.
Just go on their websites.
Yeah.
They're on the side, but they're like the lowest story, and it's just like Panthers win second straight cup.
That's the point. Like you've done so much to grow your game, and it's still a niche following of people that enjoy hockey.
Yeah.
Right. So it's equated to, when you go to you get a new cell phone, right? Your new you go to a new provider, you get the deals, all the fancy stuff, you get the extra camera, you get the warranty, all the show a little. I'm asking the NHL to show a little bit more love towards your longtime fans that if the Edmonton Oilers played at 2:30 in the morning, on a Wednesday, everyone would still watch.
100%. Yeah.
Here
we will.
Yeah. But, Leafs fans will do anything to watch the Leafs. Habs fans, Vancouver fans, maybe Vancouver. I don't know about Vancouver fans, but, Winnipeg fans, they would all watch their team regardless. And it just seems like he knows it's built in and you're not showing love to it. That's all.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's I'm glad you brought that up, Joaquin. I'm glad you brought that up. That was a Red Light District 4. Not 4 with Joaquin Gage. Coming up in hour 2, we're going to talk Winnipeg Jets. We're going to look at the NFL Week 5 starting tonight as the Rams take on my 49ers, a very injury-riddled team there right now. They can't get out of their own way when it comes to injuries. Who put a curse on the Niners? Of course, the afternoon inbox is presented by the River Cree Resort and Casino. You want to check out some shows this month. First up, Nazareth Canadian Farewell Tour. They have 2 shows, October 18th and 19th. All you got to do for tickets is go to rivercreeresort.com or hit up the River Cree box office. We head to Winnipeg next here on EST Afternoons. Keep slamming that thumbs up. Hit us up, Nasty Chat, River Cree inbox. We're back after the break.
The Reed Wilkins Show with Jay Milne.
Here's the challenge for me is to find a new way to introduce Jason Strudwick. I would say Jason is my all-time favorite NHLer whose last name starts with the letters STRUD.
I think if you use the words welcome in greatness.
Now whenever I see Jason, I make it more and more specific.
Yeah, pretty soon it's just going to be someone I know. Someone I used to know.
Exactly.
The Reed Wilkins Show with Jay Milne, weekday afternoon 3 to 6, only on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Running your own small business takes courage, and as it grows, so does your team. That's why Alberta Blue Cross offers health, dental, life, disability, and wellness benefits designed for small businesses, because we know a healthy team means a thriving business. Join over 5,000 Alberta businesses who have chosen us to help their business grow and succeed. Alberta Blue Cross takes care of you and your employees, so you can take care of your business. Visit ab.bluecross.ca to find a plan that's right for you.
Get ready for pure adrenaline at Buck's Auto Parts Annihilation Night, Saturday, September 13th at Brand York Raceway. Witness an action-packed evening filled with crashing, smashing, and jaw-dropping stunts. From heart-pounding collision to cars dropped from towering cranes and a jet car burn. Celebrate an evening of outrageous entertainment at Buck's Auto Parts Annihilation Night, Saturday, September 13th at Brand York Raceway. Just west of Highway 2 and Highway 19 at the Edmonton International Airport. Tickets and info online at radraceway.com.
The Alberta Snowmobile and Power Sports Show is back October 17th and 18th at the Edmonton Expo Center. See the 2026 lineup of sleds, ATVs, decks, GMC trucks, gear, and accessories. Meet 13-time X Games pro athlete Levi Lavalle. Presented by GMC. AlbertaSnowmobileShow.com.
Taco Tuesday just got wild at the Canadian Brewhouse. New tacos and quesadillas are just $3.49 all day. And after 4 p.m., sip $5.99 spicy mango margaritas and enjoy $2 off Corona tankers. Let's talk about a good time. The Canadian Brewhouse.
You've heard the name, but what does it mean? For over 66 years, William Huff Advertising has supplied signage from screen printing to digital to LED with design, production, and install in-house. It's a one-stop shop for all your signage needs. Edmonton owned and operated, William Huff has been trusted by the biggest companies and teams in the City of Champions and many others across the country to do the job. If you're looking for a way to get the word out about your company or event, they are the answer. Go to www.williamhuff.com. Their results speak for themselves.
Cam Dineen and Riley Stillman have been placed on waivers by the Oilers for reassignment to the Condors around the league. LA's Phoenix Copley was claimed by the Lightning, with Pittsburgh's Danton Heining being placed on waivers. For the Ducks, Jackson Lacombe has been extended to an 8-year deal worth $9 million annually. The 24-year-old is entering the final year of his current contract. Preseason resumes, 7 games on tap, including the Red Wings and Maple Leafs hitting the ice at 5 o'clock. And Thursday Night Football sees the Rams and 49ers butting heads down in LA. Watch the game with Lieutenant Eric down at Selly's Sports Bar and Lounge at Century Casino on Fort Road with kickoff at 6:15. An MLB wildcard play sees Detroit up 1-0 over Cleveland, top of the 4th. No outs for the Tigers. Riley Green at bat. And just after 3, the Padres and Cubs meet. Winner of that one plays the Brewers. And later on, the Red Sox and Yankees go toe-to-toe at 6:08. Whoever takes that one plays Toronto next. I'm Zachary Kubish. That was your Sports Update. Hour 2 of EST Afternoons starts right now.
Hour 2 here on EST Afternoons. Joaquin, Gage, Zach Kubish, Hernan, Salas here with you. One more preseason game to go for the Edmonton Oilers. That will be tomorrow, 8 o'clock. It's on TV, so we can watch the game.
It's on TV?
It's on TV, my friend. If you'd like, they take on the Vancouver Canucks, of course. Coming to you live from the William Huff Studios. Hit us up, Nasty Chat, River Korean Box, 780-218-9999. If you're listening, iHeart, TuneIn, radio apps, EdmontonSportsTalk.com. We appreciate you listening and watching us. We're going to continue the hockey talk here with our good buddy Connor Hrabchak from Winnipeg Sports Talk. Talk some Winnipeg Jets. Always a fascinating team. They're dealing with some injuries, so let's get to it. Connor, how you doing?
I'm doing great, guys. It's not quite in frame here, but I do have my McDavid Four Nations. Are you ready for the EST? For the time being. I don't want to raise too many questions here. We don't need to get into the McDavid talk. I'm sure you guys are sick of it, but thanks for having me. Really appreciate it.
Connor, it's going down Monday, man, so get ready, okay?
Okay, I'm ready.
That's my prediction. All right, let's talk some Winnipeg Jets. Some bad news. Dylan Samberg going to be out for quite a while here, 6 to 8 weeks. A wrist injury as well. Jonathan Toews is, I think, Arneal said today, he remains day to day. Of course, he'll be without Lowry to start the season as well. Injuries just piling up, but I guess let's start with Dylan Samberg, a young player, signed the big deal this offseason, a guy that the Jets count on a lot. What does this loss mean to them, and who's going to have to step up in his place?
Yeah, this is a massive loss for the Jets and their defense core. I mean, Dylan Samberg was a guy who stepped into the top 4 last year alongside Neil Pionk on the second pairing and was fantastic. I mean, he was a true shutdown defenseman, not only at 5-on-5, but on the penalty kill, all situations. In the playoffs, Josh Morrissey left a few times due to injuries in certain games, and Samberg stepped up and played almost like a top pair role and was fantastic. And he earned himself that new contract. I know a lot of Winnipeg Jets fans were hoping that it was even longer than 3 years and at even a higher price tag, because he showed last year in a top 4 role that he's got that Jacob Slavin in him. You know, he might be the next Team USA shutdown defender that you see 4 years from now that's getting the Connor McDavid matchup in the 2030 whatever Olympics, right? Like, this is a guy that has true top pair shutdown potential, and to lose him for 6 to 8 weeks on really a fluky play in the preseason is a huge blow. And I know the Jets, they preach a lot about being organizationally deep. You've heard that from Scott Arneal and Kevin Cheveldayoff, but there's no player that is maybe a fringe NHLer or a great AHLer that can fill in for a guy like Dylan Samberg or Josh Morrissey or Mark Scheifele. Like, you can be organizationally deep all you want. That's not going to help you replace those top end players. So it looks like it's going to be Hayden Fleury stepping into the second pair role with Neil Pionk. He signed a 2-year deal this offseason as well. Again, a fine third pair depth defenseman, but that's a big ask for him going into the top 4 and playing on that shutdown pairing. And Samberg did miss 22 games last year. Fleury was the guy that filled in then, and that pairing got shelled in those minutes. So the Jets already down Adam Lowry till at least November, or that's what they're targeting. Now they're down Dylan Samberg for 6 to 8 weeks. Jonathan Toews is day-to-day. This team looks a heck of a lot different. Nikolai Ehlers left in free agency. Opening night's going to look a heck of a lot different than what we saw at the end of last year for the Jets.
Connor, so if memory serves, the Jets were the hottest team in the NHL to start the season last year. Like, they got off to a tremendous start and kind of not only just wrote it out, but they were a good team throughout the rest of the remainder of the regular season. How does Cheveldayoff look at this? Does he look at this team as, you know what, like you said, we're organizationally deep? Can we weather this storm, or do you think they might be looking to the waiver wire to plug some of these holes that for players that might be out for a little bit of time here?
Yeah, the hot start that you referenced last year was actually the best 16-game start in NHL history, 15-1. Like they just destroyed everyone off the bat. It was wild. They were winning every single night, and the question of waivers, I don't think the Jets will be in play for waivers. They had 9 defensemen, NHL defensemen, under one-way contracts that needed waivers coming into camp. And a lot of the things that we've been talking about on Winnipeg Sports Talk is, okay, who's going to be the guy that does go on waivers? Dylan Samberg gets hurt. You'd never want to see that. But if there's one silver lining, the Jets can now keep all 8 of their defensemen. They're going to run 13 forwards, 8 defensemen. They don't have to put anyone on waivers to start the season. So I can't see them going out and getting someone off the waiver wire to then put someone on waivers. I think, like you said, Cheveldayoff and Arneal have talked about being organizationally deep. They like the players that they have in-house. I'll make the argument that there's no player that can replace a Samberg or Morrissey or Scheifele or Connor, but the Jets certainly think that they can do that and at least weather the storm here in the first half of the season. So I don't think, while they might be looking, I can't see them putting in a claim either up front or on the back end for anyone on waivers.
Connor Hrabchak from Winnipeg Sports Talk joining us here on EST Afternoons. All right, Jonathan Toews, a big offseason signing for them. He comes back after some time off from the NHL, a lot older, 37 years old. I mean, how has he looked this preseason, Connor? And ideally, are fans okay with him kind of centering that second line to start? Or do you think there's going to be an upgrade there at one point this season?
There's a lot of mixed reaction to Jonathan Toews being the plan at second line center this year. You have people that are saying, oh, maybe the 2 years off is a good thing. He's going to feel rejuvenated. He's going to be fresh. It's going to be like he's 35. It's going to be no problem. And he'll be the second line center. And you have other people saying, well, he went to India to rehab and hasn't played hockey in 2 years. What is this guy really going to look like? Right. So there's a little bit of both sides to that. In terms of personally, before the injury on Tuesday night against Minnesota, again, Jonathan Toews has never really been a flashy player, even at the peak of his prime. Like, he was a defensively responsible, way smarter than anyone else on the ice type of hockey player. And that led to, Conn Smythe winning cups, all those things. But Patrick Kane on those Hawks teams, if you're a casual hockey fan, he jumped off the page as the flashy player. Jonathan Toews has brought that hockey sense. He's in the right spots. He's defensively responsible. There are moments, and there was one actually in a preseason game where Cole Perfetti hit Jonathan Toews with a pass right at the red line. The net was empty. The Jets were looking to ice the game. Jonathan Toews get his first preseason goal, and he just completely fumbled the puck. And there have been moments like that where the hands just aren't there. And it's a guy who hasn't played in 2 years, probably didn't have hands at the best of times before he left the NHL as well. So that is going to take some getting used to. He's playing high leverage minutes on the second line. He's going to be put in spots where he's going to have to bury some of these chances and make plays. And I don't think Jets fans should have any doubt that he will make those plays or maybe be a better player from games 41 to 82 than he is 1 to 40. But right now, he very clearly looks like a player who hasn't played in 2 years, but the hockey sense is still there. He's making good plays, but fumbling pucks at other times. It's been a mixed bag for Toews, but ultimately it's been positive. Again, before the injury, which he's now day-to-day with, but it's ultimately been positive in what we've seen in the preseason here.
Connor, I don't know what your contract situation is like at Winnipeg Sports Talk, but we don't have a Connor here signed. Your Connor that's with the Jets is also up for a new contract. How is that going? And what does, in your mind, what does the signing of Kaprizov do to Kyle Connor now? Is he like, oh my gosh, I'm a multi-millionaire here? Not that he already isn't.
Right. Just first on my contract at WST, I mean, the Kaprizov contract finally knocked me off the mantle. I'm kidding. But no, it's a great question. And it's one that we're talking about a lot at Winnipeg Sports Talk too. Like how much, because first off, when Kaprizov turned down 8x16, that was the first like, okay, we've been hoping that Kyle Connor maybe comes in at 10.5, 11. If Kaprizov's turning down 16, that's clearly not happening. You see a lot of the insiders right now throwing out the Marner deal for Kyle Connor, which is 8 years, $12 million. That's where I think it ends up, is 8 years, $12 million. The issue I think they're having right now, and Darren Dreger has been reporting this on TSN, is the structure. Yeah. You look at Vegas, you look at Carolina with Nikolai Ehlers, you look at the Kaprizov deal. These players are getting $1 million in base salary and then getting a fat check for $17 million or $16 million on July 1st, all in signing bonus, right? I think the Jets have never operated that way. Connor Hellebuck, Mark Scheifele, Josh Morrissey, there are no signing bonuses in any of their contract. And I think Kyle Connor's looking for exactly the Marner deal in terms of, okay, I want little to no base salary and I want all of it in signing bonus. And the Jets are saying, well, we don't really operate that way. And there's a bit of a standoff there, but I do think it ends up 8 years, $12 million.
Oh, wow. That'd be a good deal for Kyle Connor. Yeah.
Geez, yeah. Because we're already looking at the Leon deal like a steal with.
Yeah.
Honestly,
it's just crazy, these prices, especially for young defensemen as well. Speaking of young defensemen, always a name that pops up in Winnipeg, Ville Heinola. You know, he's dealt with injuries, hasn't been able to crack the roster. Where does he stand right now with the Winnipeg Jets and their organization? Because, I mean, I know they were high on him. He's a first rounder and all that, but just hasn't been able, some bad luck, but hasn't been able to maintain a steady spot there with the Jets. What's his status right now heading into the season?
It's a great question, and I'd say Ville Heinola was the biggest winner of the Dylan Samberg injury news, and because they had those 9 defensemen, he was the 9th, I think, and he was the guy that was going to be put on waivers. And maybe for Ville Heinola, that's a loss, because if he got put on waivers, maybe he gets claimed by a team and actually gets an NHL opportunity. I don't know if he ends up playing games in the absence of Dylan Samberg, but I do think when Samberg comes back, assuming good health for the rest of the defense corps at that time, Heinola is going to be the guy that ends up getting put on waivers. And like you said, it's been such an up and down tenure as a Winnipeg Jet. I mean, he was a first round pick in 2019. The seas parted for him as an 18-year-old to get into NHL games. He had a 9 or 10 game stint as an 18-year-old because there were so many injuries and so many, Dustin Byfuglien just randomly retired that year and all of those things. Like, he got into games his very first possible season. And since then, everything has worked against him. He's had injuries. The Jets have chosen Logan Stanley and Hayden Fleury and all of these other defensemen over him time and time again. So while he had great luck as a rookie to get into games and experience the NHL, he's had terrible luck ever since. And then again, good luck, if you will, that Dylan Samberg is out and he won't be put on waivers, but will he even see NHL games in that time from now to the middle to November? I don't think so. So Ville Heinola is a guy that's very much on the outside looking in of the lineup, and I wouldn't be shocked if he's the guy that goes on waivers when Samberg comes back. And former first-round picks, like, GMs love that. I don't know if he will get claimed. He's he hasn't shown really much, but GMs will just see, this guy was drafted 19th in 2019. Let's give it a shot. And sometimes it works out. So we'll see.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. One last one for you. I mean, last year, they won an amazing game to win it in that first round, in that overtime game, the late tie and all that. But eventually couldn't get advanced further after that. What's the expectations for the Winnipeg Jets this year? I know they're dealing with a lot of injuries to start the season, but I think we both can agree, Joaquin, this team's going to be in the playoffs. But do they have to win a couple of rounds here to satisfy the fan base?
I mean, again, it's sort of like the Jonathan Toews thing, not to loop him into this, but like Nikolai Ehlers leaves, Dylan Samberg's now out 6 to 8 weeks. Adam Lowry's recovering from hip surgery. Like, if you're a Jets fan and you're not expecting them to take a step back, I'd almost ask like, what kind of team are you looking at on paper? Like there's almost no chance that they're contending for the number 1 seed in the NHL for the President's Trophy again, right? Like I think it's much more realistic that they are fighting for that 2-3 seed in the Central in and around 100 points as a team. That was before the Dylan Samberg injury. Personally, if the Jets can be 500 by the time Dylan Samberg comes back and Adam Lowry, that I'd view that as a win. And then they go on a run and get back to their defensive structure and have their shutdown center and shutdown defenseman and their Vezina Hart-winning goaltender playing at a high level. And that kind of carries them to being a 100-point team. And maybe late down the stretch, if Dallas, who I'm expecting to be first, maybe if they falter, the Jets are fighting for the Central Division title. But with all of these injuries, with Samberg and Lowry to start the season and the loss of Nikolai Ehlers, I just don't know if they're going to be able to make up the firepower to be a dominant regular season team again. Again, the expectation is to make the playoffs, like you said. I think that's within the room and outside of the room. That's the expectation everywhere. And then winning playoff rounds, I mean, there was a time before this past season where the Jets were really like the Leafs of the West and just losing in the first round every year. Yeah. And they finally broke that with 1.6 seconds left. Like they just got out of the St. Louis series, right? And then lost to Dallas. So to satisfy the fan base, I do think they need to go on a 2017-esque run where they went to the Western Conference Final. I just don't know. I think last year was the chance to do that even more so than this year.
Connor, is there, like here in Edmonton, we don't have the injury bug too much, but is there a player that could get a chance from these injuries that you're looking forward to seeing how they do at an NHL level? Maybe a younger guy?
Yeah, I mean, Ville Heinola would be that guy. The thing with the waiver, like the waiver situation on the back end for the Jets, it's all veterans. It's Luke Schenn, Colin Miller, Logan Stanley, Hayden Fleury. Like all of these guys that they don't want to waive is because they're all veterans. And to their point, like I do think if Luke Schenn went on waivers, like I think that's a guy that would get claimed. You know, like I think teams around the league kind of they would value a third pair veteran guy like Schenn, who's won Stanley Cups, or Colin Miller, who was with Vegas on their deep run in their inaugural season, or things like that. So there's not really, I mean, Elias Salamonson was a player that Jets fans kind of had hope for. He's a 2nd-round pick in 2022, has shown extremely well in his AHL time last season, and in my opinion, in the preseason this year. But it was just the numbers game. Like this is the story year after year with the Jets. It's just these young players don't even really have a shot coming out of camp because the Jets are reluctant to put players on waivers. The numbers game stacks against them, and they're going back down. And if there's another injury, they'll get their shot, but it's not looking that way right now.
Great stuff, Connor. Like always, love the honesty on this Winnipeg Jets team. It's going to be interesting to see what they do if Toews can hold his own on the second line center spot and if they make a move there. Connor, a little birdie told me you're a Niners fan. So am I. So go Niners tonight. Yeah. We're skeleton crew. Skeleton crew. Yeah,
did you get a text too? They asked me to play quarterback tonight. I said I was busy.
No. I'm not athletic enough for the good old NFL. But Connor, great stuff as always. Say hi to everybody at WST, and we'll chat soon, my friend.
Thanks, guys. Anytime. Really appreciate it. All
right, Connor Hrabchak from Winnipeg Sports Talk. Awesome interview. Interesting team here. Tons of injuries. Unfortunate for them, but like you said, if they can stay above water and wait till these guys come back, they'll be a playoff team. I'm not worried about that. We got to get out. Brenden Deeg from The Score is going to talk some NFL with us up next here as we tee up Week 5 starting tonight with the Rams and Niners. Going to be a great conversation. Slam that thumbs up. Hit us up. Nasty Chat, River Korean Box. We're back after the break.
The Oilers have placed Cam Dineen and Riley Stillman on waivers for the purpose of reassignment to the AHL, and the Oilers and Canucks meet tomorrow in preseason action. In other news, Jackson LaCombe has inked an 8-year extension with the Ducks worth $9 million per season. The deal kicks in next year with the 24-year-old potting 14 goals and 29 assists in 75 games for Anaheim last season. From Calgary, Jonathan Huberdeau was absent from practice this morning. He's being evaluated for an injury suffered yesterday against the Canucks. And the Rams and 49ers clash for an NFC West matchup. Both teams 3-1 on this season. Enjoy the action alongside Lieutenant Eric at Selly's Sports Bar and Lounge at Central Casino on Fort Road. Kickoff for that one is at 6:15. And MLB playoffs continue. Bottom of the 4th. Top of the 5th now. The G-Men and Tigers are locked at 1 apiece. Detroit at bat. Plus, the Jays' next opponent is determined tonight. Yankees and Red Sox battle just after 6. Padres and Cubs also go head-to-head. The winner taking on the Brewers. This sports update is brought to you by the Edmonton Elks. Get some WE football action this season. The Elks are back in action October 11th against the Bombers. Tickets start at just $20. Get your tickets now at goelks.com. We chat some NFL following the break. I'm Zachary Kubish, and you're up to date.
The Lock Shop.
Are you familiar with this Mason Miller guy from the Padres?
Not probably as familiar as you are.
This is the most intimidating pitcher I think I've ever seen.
Really?
He looks like he's about 6'5" or 6'6", would make a great bouncer. Dude, he is throwing 103, 104, and I think he's faced 12 batters. He has struck them all out.
The Lock Shop, weekday mornings at 11, only on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
When you cater with Royal Pizza, you're getting the same great pizzas, pastas, and salads you love, just bigger and built for a crowd. Perfect for teams, offices, or parties, Royal Pizza's catering brings real value around $10 per person. Delicious, high quality, and easy. If you like their pastas, you'll love their catering pastas even more. Visit royalpizza.ca or contact your local store for exact pricing and details.
So come on home, Royal Pizza, still making it great.
Need extra space for products, tools, or seasonal stock? Sentinel Storage gives your business flexible storage and the room to grow. Affordable storage that scales with you. Try 4 weeks free at sentinelstorage.ca. Buy Canadian, store Canadian.
Your home for live music and great performances is the River Cree Resort and Casino.
Just wasting gas. Blurring them dotted lines, killing.
Don't miss 3-time CCMA Performer of the Year, Dallas Smith, Unplugged, November 1st at the River Cree Resort and Casino. Get your tickets at rivercreeresort.com. River Cree Resort and Casino. Excitement, bet on it.
Running your own small business takes courage, and as it grows, so does your team. That's why Alberta Blue Cross offers health, dental, life, disability, and wellness benefits designed for small businesses. Because we know a healthy team means a thriving business. Join over 5,000 Alberta businesses who have chosen us to help their business grow and succeed. Alberta Blue Cross takes care of you and your employees, so you can take care of your business. Visit ab.bluecross.ca to find a plan that's right for you.
We're back here on EST Afternoons. How you doing? Thank you for watching and listening to us. Like always, keep it locked here on Edmonton Sports Talk. Reed Wilkins, Jay Milne coming up from 3 to 6 with the Reed Wilkins Show. They got a loaded show like they always do, so keep it locked here on EST. We're going to talk some NFL with our good buddy Brenden Deeg from The Score, who joins us right now. Brenden, how you doing today?
Fellas, I'm doing well. How you guys doing?
Good. A little late. Apologies for that. Went just a little late with our last guest, but let's kick it off here, Brenden. I mean, tonight I'm a Niners guy, 3-1 against the 3-1 Rams, but it's a skeleton crew for these Niners. I don't know what they did to piss off the NFL gods, but the injuries are piling up. It's kind of ridiculous. Do you give him any chance tonight, Brenden?
Check out Mac Jones's suit that he wore walking into the stadium. Maybe that will give you some a little bit of hope. He's got a half red, half black. Oh, he's looking stylish. But
okay.
Do they have any chance? I don't think so. The more I was looking at this game, I don't see how the Rams lose unless the 49ers put on a historically good defensive performance here. Their offense, I don't even know who they're going to be running out at wide receiver in this game. And the fact is that the Rams also have one of the best running attacks in the NFL right now. And the 49ers have struggled to stop the run so far this season. I could see this being kind of a blowout here. But look, Kyle Shanahan's had Sean McVay's number in his career. He's been able to kind of top McVay. They play each other a lot. They're in the same division. So it's happened before, but I just don't see how throwing to Marquez Valdez-Scantling and Kendrick Bourne with Mac Jones is really going to do this, because the thing that Brock Purdy was really good at, kind of a superpower, was escaping sacks and getting out of pressure. That was his best trait. That's his best trait as a quarterback. Mac Jones just doesn't have that. And this 49ers offensive line is just Trent Williams and 4 guys. And so the Rams defensive line has been ferocious right now. Byron Young is probably defensive player of the year if the season ended after 4 weeks. So unfortunately, I don't give your Niners too much hope tonight.
Brenden, the Rams are an interesting team to me. I mean, looking at some people at the beginning of the season, they were thinking, this team could do something this season. How do you think, obviously, do you think they're going to look past this game, first of all, just looking at the skeleton crew that the Niners put again? But by the end of the season, do you think the Rams can be there and be a team in the playoffs that could be considered as a favorite?
Absolutely. I think with me, the going into the year was all about Matthew Stafford's health. I think I just didn't give Stafford and McVay enough credit of kind of hiding the fact that his back injury wasn't too serious, because I don't know if you remember before the year, he did not practice for a ton leading up to the season, and I was worried. This guy's 37 years old. He's not playing due to a back injury. With 37-year-olds and a back injury in football, they don't mesh too well. And right now, he looks great. We haven't seen any signs of that injury at all. Their offense is absolutely humming right now. They're basically top 10 in every single category. A stat that I like early on the season, it's called success rate. It basically cuts out all the big plays and turnovers. It's just, was it a successful play? Did you get a third down conversion? Did you get 6 yards on first down? Did you get enough yards on second down? It kind of just weeds through all the explosive plays and turnovers and whatnot. They're 6th in that stat right now on offense through 4 weeks. They've had one bad half basically, and that was against the Philadelphia Eagles in the second half. It kind of came back to bite them, but there was a lot of special teams miscues and whatnot going on there. So right now, it's the Philadelphia Eagles are kind of the top of the NFC conference, but the Rams have given them, the Eagles, the most punch so far over the last, they've lost 3 games, I believe, over the last 11. They've all been to the Eagles. They've lost them in the regular season last year, in the playoffs, and this year. Outside of the Eagles, they've been humming. So absolutely, if Matthew Stafford can stay healthy, and this offensive supporting cast, Puka Nacua is playing out of his mind right now. He's offensive player of the year right now. He looks like the best wide receiver in football. So yeah, I think you have to put them in the top 3, top 4 NFC contenders right now.
I might not even watch this game today.
I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. I'm just deflating your tires while you're trying to get ready to watch your team.
Brenden Deeg from The Score joins us here on EST Afternoons. Baltimore Ravens, interesting team. Tough schedule. Well, let's be honest. We look at who they've lost to. It's top teams in the NFL, but they've given up a lot of points in those losses, Brenden, and the whole Lamar injury is still up. Really no clarification on that. What do you make of the Ravens so far this season?
I am not in the panic mode and hitting the panic button on the Ravens yet. I get their 1-3. I get the defense looks atrocious. They lost Madubuike for the season. Roquan Smith's not going to play this game. He's actually looked like one of the worst linebackers in football. That contract might be the worst contract in the NFL right now. They've got a lot of issues, don't get me wrong. But if they can win one of these next 2 games, so the Ravens they've got to play the Texans, and then I think they have to play the Rams after the Texans. If they can just beat the Texans this week, get into the bye week 1-1 over the next 2 games, Lamar comes back healthy, I think they've got a shot here. There's so much talent on that offensive side of the ball with when Lamar and Derrick Henry are playing. We've seen teams we've seen this in the past where teams get off to slow starts and then they get hot later in the year, and then that's their year, right? I know this is a different sport example, but the Washington Capitals, when Ovechkin won the Stanley Cup that year, right? That wasn't the Capitals' best season. Funny things happen at the beginning of the year, and then they can kind of catapult you towards the end of the year. So if they can just get in the dance, if they can just be one of those 7 AFC teams at the end, absolutely, I think they'll be just fine, and they can make a run in the playoffs. But they have they left themselves not a lot of room, a wiggle room going forward here. And I do think this is going to be a big test for John Harbaugh. If you look at Ravens Twitter right now, if you talk to a Ravens fan, even after last year, Ravens fans are starting to turn on the guy, and all he's done is win football games. The Ravens have been one of the most successful NFL teams. But they're losing in just bad ways, right? They're losing in close games. They blew that lead against Buffalo early. He's supposed to be a special teams guy. The special teams aren't great. So this is a big test for John Harbaugh, who I do think is one of the better coaches in the NFL. He really has to kind of rally his guys here. But it's crazy to think that the Texans with the way they're struggling, and they're my biggest concern team. They're a conversation for a different question. But the Ravens and Texans with Cooper Rush starting, and to me is the most fascinating game, because both those teams need to win and turn around so bad. So I guess if they lose this week, then my panic meter will definitely rise, but I'm just not there yet. I'm not buying their season's over. There's not a lot of AFC contenders there. It's very top-heavy conference. So get in one of those 7 teams and anything can happen.
Brenden, you mentioned Ravens slow start, but if they get things going, they could be a team to reckon with come playoff time. Is there a team that maybe has started out better than expected but could fade later on and be on the outside looking in? I mean, I look at the Buffalo Bills, but it doesn't look like they're going to lose a game right now. But is there another team that kind of you maybe a little bit worried about from now until the end of the season?
There's a couple, too, that come to mind. One's easy, the Cincinnati Bengals. I think this might be the worst team in football right now without Joe Burrow. They're almost unwatchable at this point, and they're 2-2. Like, you wouldn't have, like, if you dropped an alien from out of space and dropped him on the earth and watched the Bengals last 2 weeks, you would have been like, that's the worst team in the NFL, right? Without watching their first 2 games. Now, that's because Joe Burrow's hurt. Like, they have been atrocious. They're averaging 50 yards on the ground per game. That is dead last in the NFL by 30 yards. Like, they can't run the football. Chase Brown has been a disaster fantasy pick for a lot of people that draft him in fantasy football. I think this team is falling fast. I think they're going to get whooped by the Detroit Lions this weekend, and maybe they make a move for a quarterback, maybe like Russell Wilson, Kirk Cousins. You kind of see this team picking up there. The other one I have here is the Dallas Cowboys. Like, they're 1-2-1, and they're right in the thick of things in the NFC, but the underlying stats are kind of terrifying for the Dallas Cowboys. Like, right now, they're second in offensive success rate, but they're 31st in defensive success rate. They can't stop anyone. Without Micah Parsons, they can't get after the passer. They just have limited talent on that side of the ball. Matt Eberflus is clearly not doing a very good job of running that defense. He was the Chicago Bears head coach for years. Like, I think it's all going to come downhill crashing for the Dallas Cowboys pretty quickly. And I think that Eagles loss was really key. Like, if they win that Eagles game at week 1, maybe we're talking about a different team right now, but I think the 1-2-1 start is kind of hidden just how bad their defense is. And Dak Prescott's been awesome. He's arguably like a top 5 MVP candidate through 4 weeks. I know we're early. Like, he's playing out of his mind. I don't know how they keep this up. I think this Dallas Cowboys team is going to be like a 7-10 team by the end of, or 7-9-1 by the end of the season.
Brenden, Bills remain undefeated. It was funny on one of our other shows on Monday. One of the hosts was saying, like, he's not buying what the Bills are selling. Listen, the Ravens gave that game away in week 1, and they've beaten the Jets. They've beaten who else do we have here? The Dolphins, the Saints. I mean, they're beating the teams that are placed in front of them. But what do you make of the Bills 4-0? And do you kind of agree with one of our hosts that said, yeah, they're a good team, but you got to look also who they're playing, and they do have an easy schedule.
Yeah, last time I was on the show, I predicted the Bills to win the Super Bowl. One of the big reasons because I was looking at their schedule for the year. I'm like, this is 15-2 written all over it. Like, clear path to the number 1 seed in the AFC. They're the only undefeated team left in the conference right now, and the schedule doesn't get like any harder. Like, their next 3 games, they're on a bye week, I believe. They have the Patriots coming up this week, Falcons. I believe the Panthers are next, and then I think they head to Arrowhead, or the Chiefs come to them. But like, the Chiefs game is like their only tough game where you can kind of see like they'll be underdogs potentially in that game, and they'll probably still be favorites in that game. Their underlying metrics right now through 4 weeks are great. They're first in EPA per plays for the most efficient offense, and by a wide margin too. The Saints are like played them hard last week, but you never thought they were going to lose that game. I think this team is going to roll till the playoffs. I think they're the bona fide number 1 seed in the AFC. Will they I was confident in them winning the Super Bowl because I just believed that they were the best team in that conference. And then once you kind of get to the game, you have Josh Allen. Once you get to the Super Bowl, you have Josh Allen. That's still my belief here. So I still think they're one of the 3 best teams in the NFL. I know they beat up on bad teams, but coming back and beating Baltimore in week 1 was huge for them. Like, just to be able to come back for 15 points, rally around Sean McDermott, because McDermott was like the big hot topic this offseason. Like, is he coaching for his job? Stuff like that. So that's all kind of in the back burner now, right? So, and I really like the way the offensive playmakers are meshing around Josh Allen. So I think they've kind of got off to a perfect start, and I don't see them like dropping more than 4 games down the stretch here.
Do you think the possibilities, does the injury to Tyreek Hill stay the execution of Mike McDaniel as head coach of the Miami Dolphins here?
I do. I think Tyreek Hill does so much for that offense that like the average person just doesn't see. Like if you're just watching a game, like he clears things out underneath for a lot of these players, opens up the run game. Even when he's not getting targeted, he's moving defensive backs out of the way. Jalen Waddle's a talented guy, but that's basically it now on this offense. That's your most talented player. They have a really they have a mediocre to bad offensive line. Their defense is atrocious right now. Like they're talking about metrics through 4 weeks. Like they're dead last in EPA per play, dead last in success rate on defense. They can't stop anyone. I think it's coming downhill from Mike McDaniel. And I do think he's going to be let go, maybe not before the season. So the owner at Miami hasn't really done that. Like he hasn't really fired a coach in season before. He likes to give his guys time. So I think this is one kind of after the year, but watch out for them being sellers at the trade deadline. They have pieces they can move on defense, a couple pass rushers and Jalen Phillips and Bradley Chubb, who I do think will be kind of hot commodities come the trade deadline. Like they didn't look very good against the Jets. A couple turnovers in that game, the Jets win, right? Like the Jets kind of beat themselves in that one. So I think the Panthers-Dolphins game is pretty funny this weekend too. Just like the two of the worst teams in the league going at it. I kind of find it intriguing in that way. But yeah, to answer your question, I think the Mike McDaniel tenure in Miami's over, and he'll be a hot commodity offensive coordinator. I'll say that. I don't know if he'll get another head coaching job, but teams will be calling his phone for it to be an offensive coordinator in 2026.
Brenden, one last one. I mean, every time we talk Cleveland Browns, I truly feel bad for that fan base. I mean, it's just the nonstop issues all the time. Now they're moving to Dylan Gabriel at quarterback. Is this the right move, do you think? When do you think we see Sanders? If this doesn't work out, like it just seems every time we talk about the Browns, it's just something going wrong.
You guys saw the mime thing for Shedeur Sanders yesterday? Did you see that when he got asked the question? I still don't know what to make of that. It was very bizarre. Like it's funny, like a third quarterback on a roster is like getting that kind of attention. You know, like the only NFL athlete that's a third quarterback that will ever get attention like that in a locker room and be able to pull something off like that. They should have started either Dylan Gabriel or Shedeur Sanders from the start. It never made sense to run out Flacco. Like you knew this season was kind of a lost season. I was not high on Dylan Gabriel coming out of college at all. He doesn't have a lot of tangible, like elite traits, or not even just elite traits, like solid NFL traits. He can move a little bit. That's basically it. There's a Brown reporter, Brad Stainbrook, who kind of wrote on his Substack this week that they really were just struggling with Joe Flacco being kind of a pylon in the pocket. Like there was no movement at all. So they're kind of putting Gabriel in there to see if he can just like get outside the pocket and make some plays, do anything at all on the move here. But I don't see Dylan Gabriel having success there. I don't know if Shedeur Sanders is going to get in. Like it's really tough to see because right now he's still the third quarterback on the depth chart. Like if Dylan Gabriel goes down, they're still going to go with Flacco apparently. So something weird, like something is on the back end here is going on that we don't know about with Shedeur Sanders that is kind of keeping him from even being the backup. I'll finish with this. I saw a really funny stat with the Browns since 2023. They have the least amount of third downs allowed on, or first downs allowed on defense by 100. So like they are the best like defense in the league over the last 2 years by a wide margin. And since 2023, and nothing to show for it. Absolutely nothing to show for it. So it's got to be just frustrating to be a Browns fan, like you said. It's tough.
Yeah, definitely. Brenden, great stuff. Thank you for joining us. Enjoy the game tonight. Enjoy the games on Sunday, and I'm sure we'll chat in the near future here, my friend.
Yeah, you guys are the best. Enjoy the game tonight.
All right, Brenden Deeg from The Score. Great breakdown of the NFL. Becoming quickly one of our favorite NFL guests for sure. Very, 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 very good. Hey, the afternoon inbox is presented by the River Cree Resort and Casino. Check out their Tap 25 restaurant. Prime rib special is just $18.99. It's available 7 days a week from 11:30 a.m. to 11 p.m. On the other side of the break, we close it out. We'll have some fun with this day in sports history, national days, and all that fun stuff here on EST Afternoons. We're at 66 thumbs up. Well, let's try to get to 100. So that's 34 more. Let's do it and hit us up on the inbox and, of course, on the Nasty Chat. We're back after the break.
Both Riley Stillman and Cam Dineen have been placed on waivers by the Oilers for the purpose of reassignment to the AHL. Another waiver news, Phoenix Copley has been claimed by the Lightning, being waived by the Kings. Down in Anaheim, 24-year-old Jackson Lacombe has inked an 8-year, $72 million contract extension with the Ducks. He's entering the final year of his current deal. And down south, Carolina's Chuba Hubbard missed practice for the second straight day. He played through Sunday's game against the Patriots with a calf issue. On the field, the Rams 49ers, they kick off in LA. Mac Jones starts for the banged up 49ers crew. Catch the action with Lieutenant Eric down at Sally's Sports Bar and Lounge at Century Casino on Fort Road. That one gets going at 6:15 and 3. Do or die games are on tap in the MLB playoffs. Top of the 6th. Guardians and Tigers tied at 1 aside. Winner faces the Mariners in the ALDS. And later on, the Red Sox and Yankees matchup just after 6. Winner of that one moves on to play Toronto. Before that, Padres and Cubs meet at Wrigley Field. The final segment of EST Afternoons brings us back following the break. I'm Zachary Kubish, keeping you up to date.
Showdown time at the Canadian Brewhouse. Creamy street corn goes head-to-head with Mexican chili lime. 2 bold flavors battling for your taste buds. Grab them anytime, or just 69 cents every Wing Wednesday. The Canadian Brewhouse. Our house is your house.
The Alberta Snowmobile and Power Sports Show is back October 17th and 18th at the Edmonton Expo Center. See the 2026 lineup of sleds, ATVs, decks, GMC trucks, gear, and accessories. Meet 13-time X Games pro athlete Levi Lavallee. Presented by GMC. AlbertaSnowmobileShow.com.
You've heard the name, but what does it mean? For over 66 years, William Huff Advertising has supplied signage from screen printing to digital to LED with design, production, and install in-house. It's a one-stop shop for all your signage needs. Edmonton owned and operated, William Huff has been trusted by the biggest companies and teams in the City of Champions and many others across the country to do the job. If you're looking for a way to get the word out about your company or event, they are the answer. Go to www.williamhuff.com. Their results speak for themselves.
The leaves are turning, and just like golf season, time is running out to get in on Play Alberta's biggest offer ever. For a limited time only, new players can get up to a $1,000 casino bonus when they sign up. There's never been a better time to join the fun. Visit playalberta.ca today to get started with casino, sports, and lottery all in one app. Must be 18 plus to play. Remember, if you gamble, please use your game sense.
Your home for live music and great performances is the River Cree Resort and Casino.
Just wasting gas. Whoa, blurring them dotted lines, killing.
Don't miss 3-time CCMA Performer of the Year, Dallas Smith, Unplugged, November 1st at the River Cree Resort and Casino. Get your tickets at rivercreeresort.com. River Cree Resort and Casino. Excitement, bet on it.
Final segment here on EST Afternoons. Fun show. We talked to Connor Hrabchak from Winnipeg Sports Talk, Brenden Deeg from the Score to talk some NFL. We've talked a lot of Edmonton Oilers. Regula looks like he's going to make the team. Oh, we do have some news regarding the Edmonton Oilers. Just some transaction news to get to here. I'll give it for you here right away, Joaquin.
Sure, I can't wait.
The team's almost set. So the Oilers have sent down Connor Clattenburg, James Hamlin, Quinn Hudson, Valjami Marjala, Josh Szymanski, and Atro Leppinen on waivers for purpose of assignment to Bakersfield, Camden Dean, Riley Stillman. We already gave you that news. So Clattenburg, Hamlin, Hudson, Marjala, Szymanski, Leppinen, all heading down there. So it's getting down. I mean, there's not a lot of spots left, Joaquin. We're probably going to see close to a full lineup tomorrow, as close as you can probably get. I don't know if you guys will sit out, but expect the Thomas X, Savoie, Ike Howard, Snow Phillips to all play in that one. I think Regula is going to play as well. So no surprises here. Lebanon, he showed well. A few rough spots here and there. But again, I think him and Szymanski have really put themselves in the conversation for the first call-ups. I think Quinn Hudson was pretty good, Joaquin. Yeah. I thought he was pretty good as well. So that is your Oiler news for today. Tomorrow it's game day. The game's on TV. It's an 8 o'clock start. Of course, they take on the Vancouver Canucks, and then we get going for real Wednesday, 8 o'clock. Keep it locked on Edmonton Sports Talk, 7 p.m. It's the Oil Stream pre- and post-game shows. Return to Edmonton Sports Talk. Tom Gazzola, Matt Cassian, Reed Wilkins, and Benny Smalls will be all part of the show. I'm sure you'll fill in a few times and have some fun with that as well. You're like, no, I won't.
No, if I'm nice to Tommy, he allows me to come on. So I got to bring him some like flowers or something like that.
All right. Did you know 28 years ago today, the Canucks named Mark Messier their captain?
Really?
Replacing Trevor Linden.
Really?
Yeah. How interesting is that? 34 years ago on this day, the Chicago Blackhawks acquired Steve Smith from the Edmonton Oilers for Dave Manson in a third-round pick in 1992. Do you know who that was? You played with him.
Third rounder?
Yeah, a short stint in Edmonton. Went on to win cups on a wagon of a team.
Third rounder.
Yeah.
It wasn't Kurt Maltby, was it?
It was Kurt Maltby. Good. Awesome, Joaquin. You got it, buddy.
I did get
Kirk Maltby. Also on this day in Edmonton, the Oilers, the Buffalo Sabres acquired Greg Muni for the Oilers for cash.
For cash?
For cash.
Imagine that. Just think you could trade. How much would you buy Connor McDavid for?
Oh, boy.
100 million?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. Today's birthdays, the War Pig.
Is it?
Yeah, he's 38.
Wow. Can he still play? Probably.
Yeah. And the Sting, the singer, not the wrestler.
Sting?
Sting.
The singer.
Singer from the Police.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. That's his birthday today.
Is it?
Feel the Thrill and Sting.
Wow.
Come on.
That's cool.
It's National Smarties Day. You a big Smarties guy?
Only at Halloween because they're around.
Yeah, they're not my. I prefer an M&M.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
I like I can't bring them in here because I'll kill Reed, but the peanut butter M&Ms.
Yeah, I know.
I love those.
We would kill Reed. It's National Name Your Car Day. Did you ever have a name for your car?
Oh, Bessie. Or I always call it something.
Yeah.
Yeah. When I rev the car too much, I'll drive my daughter nuts. Like I'll put it in neutral,
yeah,
like red light, and I'll rev it. I go, easy, girl, easy. She goes, Dad, stop that. It's annoying.
When I drove to Calgary in my car, when we made it home, I was like, good job. But I didn't have a name.
Oh, really?
I've never really named it. So
I should have called it Big Red, but.
Yeah, well, your car's more purple.
Yeah, I know. Big Purple. Purple Rain.
Do you name your vehicles? If you do, let us know. Nasty Chat or Korean Box.
I'm not a big vehicle guy, though. So
yeah, me either. So that's why I don't think I've ever.
I mean, I look at new cars. I kind of look in there, and it's crazy. Like I saw, I don't know what it was. I think it was a Hyundai, but it was a electric Hyundai.
Oh.
And there was like a dial in the middle, the gear shift, and then a elongated screen, and that was it. Like, I mean, I still got a cigarette lighter in mine.
Do you? Well, mine's a 2017, no cigarette lighter.
Wow, that's impressive. I'm surprised you didn't have one put in. The old push in. And,
oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Do they have those anymore?
Do the new cars? I don't think they do.
But I have like the outlet for it.
So do I, but it didn't come with the actual.
Didn't come with the.
Yeah.
So does that even work anymore?
I don't know. It's a great question. Does anyone have a newer car? Because Gager and I are a little old school with our cars.
Yeah.
Do they still have the lighter? I don't think they do, Joaquin.
No. I still remember like ashtrays in the back seats, like, and just full of butts.
Oh yeah.
Gross. It's nothing. You don't smoke in your car, do you?
No, rarely. If I do, the windows are down.
But
my stuff's like my interior is leather, so it doesn't stick.
Yeah, leather doesn't hold any sense.
No, it does, but not as bad as if you had fabric, right?
Yeah, no. But smoke, like a guy that smokes in their car.
Yeah, it's the worst.
It's the worst, man. I kind of get a kick out of the guys that vape in their car. And you can't even see them in there.
Oh. Those vapes, man. It's just crazy. It's also National Fried Scallops Day. Do you like scallops?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, done. How do I do scallops? Just seared.
Yeah.
Lemon zest.
Nice.
Salt and pepper.
Shrimp and scallops.
Easy pea.
Yeah, it's good stuff. Max Mizzou says, I named my old Honda Accord Falcor for Never Ending Story. Oh,
Falcor.
Oh, he did have a question. I wanted to get to it. He says, where was it from Max? It's an off-topic question, he says, for Gager, but I was watching someone play at the Ice Palace, and a defenseman used the reflection of a glass to check where the forecheckers are coming from. Are there any tricks like that goalies have that we wouldn't know about?
Using the glass. Let's see. Like tricks within, I mean, I don't know about tricks. The dimensions of rinks are all the same now. Right. So when I played, there was still some rinks that were a little bit bigger, stuff like that. But I mean, you knew, say when you went into old Joe Louis, right? Lidstrom would always be trying to, all their D-men on the power play would be trying to bank it off the boards on that because the Zamboni came out.
Yeah.
And I swear there were springs in that and they knew exactly where to put it. It was almost like a direct pass at some point, right? Because they knew if they put it it would bounce straight back out right into the slot, like things like that. So you would know. I mean, yeah, it's very difficult I could see D-men using the glass. I'm sure guys I played with kind of did that, but
I know Gretzky once said he saw Curry. He was
in
going
the thing?
in and he saw him in the reflection.
Oh, I'm sure,
and made
yeah.
a no-look pass. Well, that's one of the, the greatest player to ever play the game.
He would have hit him anyway.
I think he would have been all right. Hey, bottom of is that the 6? Detroit leads Cleveland 2-1. Still to come, Padres, Cubs at 3:08, and at 6:08, it's the Red Sox and Yankees. Of course, Thursday night football. Go hang out with Lieutenant Eric down at Sally's.
Really?
Sports Bar and Lounge. You'll be down there for Thursday night football as the Niners take on the Rams. Oilers return to action. We'll be back tomorrow with another loaded show. We'll tee up the game as well. Of course, we'll talk some F1 for Rad Torque and the Need for Speed segment. And Zach to the future. Max Verstappen. We want to thank you for watching and listening and slamming that thumbs up. Keep it locked here on Edmonton Sports Talk as Reed Wilkins, Jim Allen coming up with the Reed Wilkins Show. We want a big shout out to Connor Hrabchak from Winnipeg Sports Talk and Brenden Deeg from The Score. It's been a fun show. Once again, for Coob, for Joaquin, I'm Hernan, Salas saying thank you for tuning in. Keep it locked here on EST. We'll chat tomorrow. Enjoy the sports this evening. Chowders.